It's been amazing to see over the last few days the scrambling by federal officials, mostly, I mean, elected officials, from the Prime Minister on down, to contain the damage from the National Advisory Committee on Immunization's press conference earlier this week about vaccines and preferred vaccines. Now, first of all, 2 points to make right away. The first one is that we need to get NACI a better acronym, because you blur that C and then you're ending up with a very different word. It's not helpful to have a National Advisory Committee of Immunization that's acronym sounds a lot like Nazi. We need to fix that. But the more important point is that it's not that they're wrong. And I think Tristan Hopper here at the Post actually has articulated that really well. There's actually nothing scientifically wrong with what they're saying. And in a very different context, what they're saying makes perfect sense. There's no danger in having information like this. We have things like NACI so that we can get this kind of information. The problem, and I'm astonished that we're still in this situation 14 months into this thing, really 15 months now, if we want to be pedantic about it, is that we still don't have a coordinated federal messaging plan. I know this is a weird thing to say when, the hospitals in Ontario are bursting, Alberta's locking down. Federal comms management probably is not the top of anyone's mind right now. I get it. But I have said repeatedly that the federal government has not done as badly on vaccines as they are accused of. I actually think they've done probably not 100% as well as they could have, but I think they're probably in the 90s. I think on vaccines, they've performed about as well as could have been done. But there are major failures in the federal government's response. One of them is the borders. The other one has been terrible communication since the very beginning. Communications are not just a nerdy thing guys like me, who arguably I am in my own way a communicator, should be obsessing about. Communications matter. Communications matter, especially in an emergency. The fact that we are 14 months into this thing, 15, like I said, really, and we have the Prime Minister of Canada taking time out of his busy day to go out there and be like, by the way, I got the AstraZeneca jab and I feel great about it. Like, it's ridiculous. This is damage control by another name. The feds don't want to come out and actually say to NACI, don't go out and do this. They don't want to get into that the Harper era muzzling of scientists thing. I mean, some of those old liberal talking points would come back and blow up in their faces if they did that. So instead of just having a coordinated, centralized, efficient messaging plan where NACI's advice can be accepted, considered, acted upon when warranted, and folded into a comprehensive federal plan, we have nothing like that. We have a press conference that goes up like a lead balloon, and the Prime Minister has to spend a day politely, extremely carefully walking it back. Communications matter, and they never matter more than in an emergency. We are 15 months into an emergency, and we still don't have this stuff figured out. This is part of the meta-narrative, folks, that I keep bringing up with you in these videos and in my columns. We suck at handling emergencies, and astonishingly, we have gotten no better at it over the course of this one.